Okay, I tried to make this argument the other week with Andy that the four major sports here in this city all play in the toughest division in their sport. But between the two of you, like, is the AFC West has the nastiest, like they have the best coaching division in the NFL. Rank the four coaches in the AFC West.
Yeah,
rank
obviously,
the four coaches
yeah.
in the
Well,
NFC,
Andy
AFC
Reid is number one.
Yeah, that's what the text. Yeah, that's what the text line said. That they all put Andy as number one.
Well, you have to be. I mean, the championships and the Patrick Mahomes and all that.
Yeah, but everybody in this division, all three of the coaches have a Super Bowl. The other coach took a team to the Super Bowl and then won a national championship in college football.
That is such a great example of a cupboard that's totally full. It is the best coaching division in football.
Yeah.
By far.
Well, Vic, you've got to weigh in how good you think Pete Carroll still is.
Well, but that's not about how good he is.
Do you even think Jim Harbaugh is a good coach?
Yeah, his resume.
Resume-wise, yes, they're very, very successful.
All right, so let me just talk. Let's compare resumes for a second, all right? Because this is not just about NFL. Let's just talk football resumes. Andy Reid has multiple Super Bowls. He's number one on this list. That's the toughest thing to accomplish, right? Multiple. Number one. And then when you look at number two, I think it's got to be Pete Carroll because he has not only a Super Bowl under his belt, two Super Bowl appearances.
He's got a natty.
He's got natties.
Yeah, I didn't think about that. Yeah.
Yeah. So he's got the college natty and the Super Bowl natty. He's number two. Then Jim Harbaugh, who has a natty, he's resuscitated a couple programs in college. He doesn't have a Super Bowl, though. He has a Super Bowl appearance. Mm-hmm. So between Harbaugh and Payton, one of them has to be third. And if you're talking NFL, it's got to be the guy that's won the Super Bowl. So I think Payton is third.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Is that you agree with that?
I completely agree with you. Yes.
I think that's Nelson Wright. Most of the text line had that exact same ranking when it came to the four coaches.
Yeah, everybody mostly had Reid at the top, Harbaugh at the bottom, but then however you did 2 and 3, that kind of changed.
Mm-hmm. If you preferred Sean or Pete.
But yes, exactly.
You have more coaching experience in this division from the head coaches than any other division in the NFL.
That is correct. If I was a coach, if I was one of these guys, and again, you all find yourself in the same division, okay, fine. Man, I would love to take over somewhere in the AFC South.
Yeah.
Hey, give me a little AFC South. Give me a little NFC South again, something along those lines, and I'm probably feeling pretty good about my chances.
The AFC South might be all right. I mean, if Jacksonville can figure it out with their new head coach, Tennessee's got Cam, they got their brand new quarterback in there. But you're right, they're still going to be bad.
It's still the weak division overall, top to bottom. But this is the time, Vic. You know it as well as I do. This is the time where head coaches in the National Football League and all four coaches inside the AFC West, where they go, whew, and they're probably like, okay, guys, good mini camp. Good stuff. All right, now, we'll see you back here in July. But between now and July, don't get arrested.
Yeah. Don't pull an Antonio Brown, bro.
Yeah, don't get injured. Don't jet ski where you shouldn't be jet skiing, next to a shark. I mean, all this, it's like between now, you turn them loose again, Vic, for almost 6 weeks, and you just pray that everybody comes back intact.
I think it's a little different these days. These dudes are not only are they leaving and still working out, they're holding workout summits.
Oh, agreed.
20 years ago, they're not holding workout summits.
Agreed.
Everybody's doing that now.
But what I'm trying to tell you is that coaches, they want their hands on their guys they don't want to turn them loose and just say, okay, especially once you've gotten things cooking in OTAs and in minicamp and all this, you've got some things cooking. Hey, guys, I want you to think about your playbook when you're ready. When you come back, they can't just manhandle them for the next several weeks and sort of walk them through every day and keep it on script. These guys go and they do whatever it is they want to do.
6 weeks is a long time, man. 6 weeks to do whatever you want to do. I mean, that's a long time with that. What did the two of you learn from OTAs and mandatory minicamp? I mean, did anything strike your fancy and you're like, you know what? That I like that. I like that.
I learned 3 things going out there for a couple OTAs. RJ Harvey's thighs are bigger than I ever expected, ever imagined. They're the largest thighs and quads I've seen on a human being in quite some time. They're bigger than Von Miller's.
Ooh.
They're bigger than Von Miller's thighs. That's number one. Hufanga, the new safety, Yeah, thank you. Is a stud. He carries himself like a stud. He runs like a stud. He cuts like a stud. He talks like a stud. If he can stay healthy, what a wonderful acquisition for the Denver Broncos. And the third thing I noticed is the relative confidence with which Bo Nix is carrying himself as well. He is now a different type of quarterback. Last year, a lot of people wondering, what is he? Who is he? What can he do? Everyone knows who the guy is at camp. And the guy knows who he is, and that's a big deal.
I agree. I don't think, though, that I really learned anything, at least not yet. I had some things that were confirmed.
Well, you'd have to go to one of those practices to learn something.
I don't need to sit there and watch guys run around in their underwear to understand that this is Bo Nix's football team. And his teammates
Yeah,
know
a couple
that
of his teammates backed that up.
So McGlinchey comes out. That's great. And
this is Bo's team.
That's the way it should be. There's no question about the quarterback situation. He's the guy. They all know that he's Sean's guy, and it's all for one for all behind that guy. I thought Hufanga was going to be a stud, Vic. Now, I didn't know about R.J. Harvey's thighs. That I really didn't know about. I wasn't too interested in. But now that you're talking about his thighs, when we get to actual training camp, and I'm going to be out there for that, I will be looking at his thighs. It'll be fun.
That his thighs have the exact same dimensions as your stomach.
That's big. Let me ask you this, Moshe.
I really believe that.
What's bigger, your stomach, RJ's thighs, or Ray Bork's thighs? Remember, Ray Bork was like a tree. Oh, man, you don't have to suck it in. Let it go, bro. You worked for 35 years for that beer gut, bro. Embrace it.
It is good. I mean, I'm looking. My ball's in there. I'll show you my ball during the break.
I was going to say, what the hell did you just say, man?
You don't want to know about that.
Where's your balls?
I'll show you during the break. So the point is that
I don't want to see your balls during the break.
No,
man.
a ball.
That's not what you said, man. That's not what you said.
I said I'll show you my balls during the break.
I could die happy never seeing your balls, bro.
Nelly, I just sent you something, by the way. Would you please get that ready if you would? Because we're going to have that.
Well, after what you just said, you're going to show Berto. I don't know if I want to open what you just sent me, bro.
Right, and how come it's just me? Nelson's here, too. He wants to see those balls.